Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Red Wine and Wit. And I am Jody Cordell. And thank you so much for joining me here again today. What is basically Tuesday tasting part 2, otherwise known as Wine Down Wednesdays. So, woohoo, here we are. So this is what happened. I have a fun story about why I wasn't here yesterday. Okay, so I had an appointment to do a walkthrough with a client. And we got to the house, we did the walkthrough, it was great. And she left, and then I went back to the house and was doing the COVID cleanup kind of thing. So I was sanitizing all the surfaces and everything, and calling the agent to let her know what we found in the house, and set my phone on the bar, and then walked out and locked the house, and then closed the lockbox with my phone inside the house. So, yeah, I locked my phone inside the house and couldn't get it out. I had to call my broker and have her come rescue me. And she came and opened the lockbox for me so I could get my phone. And then after that, I had to take my son to his band concert for Christmas. And well, I sat in the car in the parking lot to listen, but the concert was 3 hours long. Oh my God. It was so long, y'all. So long. I was tired. I was hungry. I was thirsty. I had to pee. It was crazy. We did not get home until like 9, almost 9:30 last night. And I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, last night was kind of a complete waste, and I apologize for not being here, but I am here today. So I hope you guys saw my unboxing video. So if you didn't, you could check that out on my YouTube channel today. And here's a fun thing. I did not open this bottle yet, but I decided to do, dun, 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 the Pfeiffer, the Hero Shiraz 2019. So I love these cool redhead labels. They're so fun. So I'm going to show you, actually, since I haven't done it yet, how I open these bottles. So several years ago, my husband bought me this fancy little contraption right here. What? This one's actually Brookstone, but now you can buy these at Bed Bath & Beyond and other places. So, and the bottom part comes off. It's kind of got a little rest thing here. This is the cutter. So what I do, see, the bottom has got the little cutter thing in there. So you squeeze it once you put it around the top of the bottle and squeeze it and twist it, and it pops that right out of there. What? Nice. And then this thing, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you figure it out, it's really easy, and you're just going to push down the thing and hold it. And it will, you don't have to like lift your finger up and do anything. It will just keep going until it pulls it out, and just screw it back out. Look at that. What? And then you push it from the top. Fancy, right? Yes, I absolutely love this opener. It's fantastic. So put that right back over there. Oh, I just got a whiff. That smelled really yummy. Very, very yummy. So, all right, so I'm going to let that sit there for just a moment. I probably should pour a little bit into the glass. Give it a moment to just kind of aerate, breathe a little bit. So while we are waiting for that, I wanted to pull something up here and read it to you. Okay, so from the Naked Wines site, it says, looking for a powerful wine to leave you awestruck? These jaw-dropping reds should do it, full of rich, deep, and brooding flavors, jammy fruit, and hidden depths. We saw the Loch Ness Monster swimming in one once. That sounds fun. Wines that soak in oak barrels and boast the most intense flavors are in this category, which is what the Shiraz is in. Includes Cabs, Napa Cabs, Petit Syrah, Tuscan blends, and so rich you can chew it, Cabernet Franc. So that's kind of cool. All right, so about this particular wine, hearty and decadent red from the heart of Australian Shiraz country, which obviously Australia does have quite a few well-known red Shirazes and other types of wines that are kind of bold and full of flavor, which is great. Okay, this top-notch Australian Shiraz is a robust, vibrant, and lively red with a core of rich plum and red berry flavors. Ooh, I'm excited. Plus a touch of entrancing spice that makes it simply irresistible. And I think that for me is the point where I don't always agree, right? So like whenever I have different Shirazes, it depends on the spices that are in there. Because some of them I like better than others, and some I'm like, I don't really feel like drinking that. It's not going to work for me. So, but that's where the difference really is for me, is in the spices that you get from these wines. So, very excited to try Jen Pfeiffer. I have already had the Cab and the Red Blend, and I really loved both of those. So I thought they were very, very high quality wines, and so it made me very excited about this one. So it hasn't been very long just sitting here. So let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. You know what? It smells amazing. It smells almost more like the Red Blend that I had before. So let me just kind of give you some idea of what the color looks like. It's really rich and deep in the red coloring. So it looks really, really pretty. I got some legs on my glass. Can you see my legs on the glass? Yeah. Some nice texture there. So, all right, so let me just go ahead and give it a whiff and see what I smell. Yes, I do smell the spice, but the spice doesn't feel like it's an overpowering spice. I think Chile is one of the places where when I get their Shiraz, it has that real strong spice to it. So the earth must be really rich with stuff there. That's all I can think, because all the ones that come from Chile that I've had so far that I've tried, they seem to have like a really strong spice flavor to them. So this one almost smells like a Cab. So this ought to be interesting. So I want to check it out. I'm gonna swirl it some more. Yeah, I can. It smells jammy but spicy. So it smells promising. So let's go ahead and have ourselves a little toast. Happy Wine Down Wednesday, everyone. It actually tastes less sweet than it smells. It has a bold taste to it. The fruit doesn't come forward like it does in a Cab or in the Red Blend. It's further back because that spice hits you right in the front, and so it tastes a little bit drier than the others. I did get a little bit of sweet on the tip of my tongue though. Get a sweet with that distinctive spicy Shiraz flavor right in the middle of your tongue, in the middle of your mouth, and it fills up your mouth. It's not quite as velvety as the Cab or the Red Blend that she does. So, but that's okay. It's not that it's bad. It's just it's not as velvety in your mouth, in your whole mouth. But it does taste real jammy and fruity once it gets to the back of your throat. So very, very interesting. I can see why this wine is touted as being full of depth of flavor, and well, this type of wine actually. But I think that this one is a really good balance. So it's not too sweet, it's not too dry, and it doesn't have too much spice that it overpowers the fruit flavor of the wine. So yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if I would choose it over the others, but if I were looking for something for a specific purpose, like looking for a Shiraz for a specific purpose, this might be one I choose over others that I've had. So I guess the Australian ones are a little bit easier on the palate than the ones from Chile, unless you really like that spicy wine flavor. That's not my personal taste. But see, what have I always said? You like what you like, and that's it, because you're not wrong. Because wine is like that. It's so subjective. It's just basically based on your own personal palate. So everything that you taste is going to be through the lens of your own experiences and your own personal preferences. So, just because it's not my personal preference doesn't mean that it's not right, because it is. It's totally fine. It is good enough to drink, and I will drink this bottle and be super happy about it. I wonder if I can get my husband over here to try it and see what he thinks. I set him out a glass because he wasn't sure if he was going to come in or not. So I want to check and see if I can get him to try this and see what he thinks. Maybe. Here he comes. Hold on. Denny, would you like to come and try real quick? I would like to get your reaction. Come pull up a seat next to me, honey. I brought you out a glass. So this is not a blend or a cab or a Pinot. Sorry, get on over here. Scoot yourself. There he is. Hi, honey. So let's give him a round of applause, shall we? I think that he deserves it. Awesome. So welcome to Red Wine and Wit, Denny. Denny here is going to try the Shiraz. All right, so it's a rocket like a redhead. Very, very cool. All right, so I'm just going to give you a small taste. Let that aerate a little bit. All right. Cheers, honey. We made it to halfway through the week, so that's something.
It's not bad.
It's not. But what do you think about it?
It's sweet, but not too sweet.
Yeah, I found it to be a little more tart than, like, say, the cab or the...
I didn't find it to be tart.
You didn't? What did you feel like? What did it taste like on your tongue?
It had that fruitiness in the beginning. It's a little drier in the middle, and a little bit more of a, I guess, a spicy after. Mm-hmm. Kind of going down the throat. It's like a little bit of a spicy bite.
Yeah, you get a little bit of that kick in the back end.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not like terrible.
No, it's not terrible at all. I think it's actually pretty good for a Shiraz.
Where's this one from?
Australia. It's from Australia.
Well, I think Australian wines tend to be a little bit more, I don't know, grittier than some back ends of the wine. Mm. Same thing, like
maybe like Yellowtail.
You're talking about like Chile as well.
Yeah, I was talking about Chile.
A lot of the other countries use a lot more spices in their stuff.
Yeah, I think Chile's are really pretty spicy.
They use a little bit more other ingredients. Mm-hmm. So, I mean...
I think it's what's in the dirt, when the grapes are growing in the dirt. Because they do pick up all the things that are in the soil, and it comes out through the grape at the end.
It does have a sweet smell.
It does, doesn't it? It smells sweeter than it tastes.
Well, no, to me it kind of almost matches.
You think so?
Yeah, it almost matches.
You see? That's the difference.
It almost matches. It's like you can smell it sweet before you get there, and then you get the sweet, but it's not so sweet that I would consider it a dessert wine.
Oh yeah, no,
it
it's
would
not
definitely be a I don't know, relaxing wine.
Yeah, kicking back in the.
I'd almost call this one sort of a mid-spring wine.
Really?
Like just when it's getting warm outside.
I would think more of a fall.
Well, I would say mid-spring. I would say mid-spring for like cold. I would say sort of a glühweinish for like a warm wine for winter.
For winter, yeah, but I'm talking about fall when it starts to cool down after the summer season is kind of ending, and You can sit outside for long periods of time, and it's not so hot outside. It's kind of nice. It might be too hot until late fall, like November. Because I tend to think of this type of wine as a cold weather
It
wine.
almost makes me think of like a Chardonnay.
Oh yeah, you know why? I will tell you why. Because this particular type of wine is aged in an oak barrel, just like Chardonnay is.
Because it has a Chardonnay sort of taste. After the third sip here,
You can taste the oak.
you sort
That's
of
what
like
you taste.
you sort of like think this tastes familiar. Tastes like how a Chardonnay would, but as a red.
Yeah. Okay.
Because a Chardonnay is white, of course, so it has a distinctiveness to it.
Yeah.
But this has that Chardonnay family taste.
Because it tastes like it's the similar type of like bite versus
Whether it's a
fruit and
process or
sweet
something.
and versus like the dryness, right? Because there's like a balance between the dryness and the fruitiness.
I mean, if you were to put a Chardonnay and this together, you would definitely feel that the red is more fruity
Isn't that funny?
than the Chardonnay.
I agree.
Because
With
the
that.
Chardonnay is more dry and just crisp.
You get more of the oak flavor
It's just
typically
crisp.
in a Chardonnay.
It's just clear, crisp. You don't.
Yeah.
And the only sweetness you're going to get is the tartness of that Chardonnay.
Yeah. I agree with that. Most of the Chardonnays I've ever had aren't typically sweet. They're not sweet.
No, they're more.
Dry and oaky.
Yeah, they're more.
They taste like drinking wood.
They're more grit, more
Yeah.
straight line.
But you had it right. The word was crisp. They're very crisp and oaky. So yeah, I agree with that. So
It's easy on the palate.
it is. I agree with
I
that.
don't. It's not one of those ones where you just like will take a taste and you turn your nose away,
Yeah, no, it's not that.
or you're like, oh yeah,
Now-
that's okay.
The other ones that she has come out with have a much smoother feel in your mouth, like velvety, like you're drinking velvet, liquid velvet. This one is not like that. It's not like that, but there are other reds that do have that quality. So I don't know what the difference is really, but it does have a different mouthfeel than those others. Like the red blend and the Cabernet, they both had that real velvety mouthfeel to them. So this one is not like that, but not that that's a bad thing. It's actually it has a decent mouthfeel to it, but it's just not as velvety smooth. That's not bad. It still tastes good.
This would go good with a cheese board.
Yeah, we should have had a cheese board today. That would have been nice. One of these days, I'm going to actually be prepared and have things. I actually did one of
Cheese
these
and fruit.
with chocolate. I did one of the reds with a nice bar of chocolate, and it was very nice. It makes me miss those places that I used to go to when I lived in, like, metropolitan areas. They had wine bars where you could go in and get a flight of different, flight of wines and some type of charcuterie board, cheese board, fruit board. They had all these different things that you could get to accompany your wine flights. And I really miss those places. They were so great. So fun. I loved them. I think I experienced a lot of different wines when I used to go to those places. What was the name of that one in Fort Worth I used to go to all the time? Something about grapes and taste. Taste of grape or so, I don't remember. I don't even know if it's still there anymore. But I used to love to go to that place. My girlfriends and I would go sometimes after work or something, and we would pop in and have a wine flight or two, and we would just have a blast. I remember having that really moldy cheese. What's the really, really moldy one? What's the really, really...
Munster?
Not Munster, like Limburger or something.
Limburger cheese? That's really...
It was raunchy, right? But it tasted really good with the wine. That was back when I didn't do a lot of red wine. But I was still drinking Chardonnay a lot back then. So I don't know. I think as you get older, your taste changes, your palate evolves. And so you just have different tastes at different times. Just like what we were talking about last time when we lived in Germany and we had all those beautiful sweet wines. They were all around us and they were so amazing. And we came back to the States and suddenly I didn't really like sweet wines anymore. So it was good though. It was so good while we were there. That and all the beer. It was good. It was good times. So, well, what do you think, honey? Is this a keeper? Would we order this again?
I'd probably order it again. I mean, I've had wines that were like table wines were just horrible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this one would be one that if there was a choice, yeah, sure, I'd do this one again.
You know, the more I taste it, the more sweet I taste.
Yeah,
Which is
you
interesting.
do. You get it after about the third one.
Yeah. So it tastes sweeter the more you drink it. Interesting.
And it already like you don't feel the spice on the second and third one.
No. Yeah,
it kind of already preps
kind of
you.
Balanced
It
out.
preps you for that first one, knowing it's there,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, whether it's numbed out or used to it or whatever.
Yeah, you just adapt to it, I guess.
And then all of a sudden now you're actually tasting more of the fruity blend.
Oh. Uh-oh. Someone wants to join us. Would you like to come up here? Little miss thing? Come on. Come on. Oh, this is my wine drinking girl. My sweet Sasha. She likes her wine. She sees us up here getting into our wines. Look at her. Say hi, Sasha. Yeah, I know. It's in my mouth. You can't get it. Okay. It's not going to stop her from trying, though. Yeah. So that was the thing about this one is that the ones from Chile, like that spiciness, like really is overpowering. But this
Well,
one
I've had
is
spicy
very,
wines that
yeah.
stay with you every sip.
They stay. Yeah, they're just too much.
They
It's
just
not balanced.
they just it completely. I mean, if you're going for that taste,
If you like
if
the
you're going for
spices,
that
yeah.
palate, then definitely. It's just because we say there's spiciness and it burns a little bit or whatever doesn't mean that's a bad thing.
No.
It just means what are you going after?
Well, some people just like that flavor.
If you're going
They like
for
those
something like
flavors.
it's relaxing and chilling, this would be more your wine, I would think. If you're going for something that's gonna give you grit and bite, where you want to
You want to
know
chew on
it's
your
there,
wine?
when you want to know it's there, when you want to know it's there, then you don't want to drink it fast because sometimes that's a good thing too. If you get a
Yeah.
reason why people don't, well, some people do, but some people don't go down and drink a bunch of shots is because some of the shots are hard.
Well,
but
yeah.
the better the
Some
spirit,
people believe
the better
the quicker
the spirit,
the quicker you get there, the better.
but the better the spirit,
yeah, the slower you should drink it.
then
You appreciate it.
then it's easier because it's not as gritty.
I know.
It's not as
so
bitey.
It goes down so smooth.
It's almost like it goes
and
down
easy.
like it's water.
Well, look at that. I mean, both of us are kind of like. I mean, look at that. It didn't take us long to get to the bottom of these glasses. That's for sure. Must be very smooth, easy to drink. Easy to drink. It's a good everyday kind of wine, or even. I think I don't know if I would drink this
It could
one.
be a nightly wine.
It could be a nightly wine. It could be. Sasha is dying to get a taste of that. Look at her. She wants to get in there.
I don't
She's
share my wine.
She tries to drink it out of our mouth.
That's Mama.
Me. She tries to drink it out of my mouth all the time.
Mama will give you wine, but not me.
But not right now. Not right now. You can't have any right now. You'll have to wait. My silly girl. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us. I think we're going to give this one 2 thumbs up. This one's definitely, we would buy this one again. So, Jen Pfeiffer. So far, she's a 3 for 3. Look at that. That's a beautiful label, though. I love these labels. Look at that. Jen Pfeiffer.
I think anytime you put a redhead on it, the wine works out well.
I agree with that. Although I did just read something earlier about everyone was having a conversation about the redheaded doll on the Island of Misfit Toys, Dolly. Like, everybody was like, why was she there? And apparently it's because she was a redhead and she thought she was unlovable because she was a redhead. How weird is that? It's just weird. So, anyways, Jen Pfeiffer, again, another winner, another keeper. This one's called the Hero Shiraz, and it's the 2019.
Surprising
One-
because I'm not much of a Shiraz drinker.
I know, and see, and I thought that you would have like a different reaction than you did. I thought you actually wouldn't really care for it. I thought you'd be like, it's too dry for me.
It's
But
definitely
not
different than a
dry.
Merlot.
Yeah, it's different from Merlot, which is what I went from Merlot to Shiraz and then to Pinot Noir and then Cab and blends. So it was kind of a progression upward, if you want to think of it that way. So anyway, again, that just goes to show you, everybody's taste buds are different. Everybody's choices are different. Everybody's preferences are different. So in our world, you like what you like. And there's nobody going to tell you any different. You're not wrong. Just keep doing what you're doing. So we'll be back here next week. Go check out some other videos on my YouTube channel. And if you missed the unboxing, go check out all the wines that are going to be coming up in the next several weeks. Because I did that yesterday and it was awesome. I had plenty of wines to keep me the next several weeks, well into the new year. So we're going to go drink some more of this wine, I think. And we will be back here next week, the week of Christmas. So don't miss it, because we're going to be doing a special wine, I think. One from the unboxing, so stay tuned. And we will see you guys next week. Keep drinking wine, and we'll see you then. Bye. Forgot how to do it. It's right there.